Hello there, it's your sophisticated sounding Brummy here again, and wishing you all a very Merry Christmas and an even greater New Year. So I'm here with a short video on a simple timesheet that has a date picker in Excel. So if I put an hourly rate in here, and with the date selected here, I'm going to set a date here. There you go, it fills automatically. And then if I put my times in, 9 AM, lunch break starts at 12:30 PM. I can even use the time here to say the current time, so it finishes at 2 minutes past 1, and then 5:01 PM, like so. I'll copy that down, and there's my timesheet for this particular week, and I can see total cost, and I can do a print preview, and there's my timesheet. If you want to know how to do this, then stay tuned and I'll show you how I built this. So I've done a basic layout here with some headings here. So I've got my resource name, got my hourly rate, the timesheet start date, the week number, I've got the total hours worked and the total cost, and then we've got our dates, weekdays start when they check in, when they start their lunch break, when they finish their lunch break, and then when they finish at the end of the day, and what equates to in total hours. So let's do some formatting here and get some of this to look a little bit more like a timesheet. So first of all, I'm going to take this and I'm going to merge and center. And then I'm going to use this cell style here on my home ribbon, and let's make it a little bit bigger. Wonderful. I'm going to merge this together, merge and center. I'm going to merge and center this. Let's make this again. Let's make that cell style. Let's make again. So let's do these cell styles here, like so. And let's do the headings the same. Excuse me, a bit croaky. Wonderful. Now I'm going to merge this, merge and center, and I'm going to make this a currency. So let's make that a currency. I'm going to merge this, merge and center. I'm going to make that a short date. So drop down, short date. This is going to merge and center. That'll be my week number, so the week number of the year. Merge and center that also, and let's merge and center that as well. Now I like that. Let's also then put some double lines around these. So I want that is going to be a calculated column, so I'm going to select this style, that style, also for total cost. I'm going to also, well, so let me just carry on formatting this and do all the formatting, then we'll get into some of the calculations. And there you go, I'm happy with that formatting there. So let's just make these all short dates. This is going to be calculated, this is going to be time, and this is going to be a number, like so. Right, now I've got the basic formatting done there. Let's put a value in here. So that's £10 an hour. And let's put a start date in there. Let's make that the 4th of December, like so. So that works. Now let's do our first calculation. So I want the week number based on my week starting from a Monday. So I'm going to use the week number function. So I'm going to go equals week number, My serial number is going to be the date, and the type of return based on a Mondays I'm going to use 21, and I'm then going to close that bracket. So I've now got the week number there. Wonderful. Now total hours is going to be a sum, so I'm going to go equals sum there, like so, and total cost is going to be equals hourly rate times my total hours, like so. Right, that's that calculation done. As far as my date is concerned, I want this starting date here to equal this date here, so I'm going to go equals that date. However, I'm going to do an if statement to go if G5 does not equal a blank, as in quotation marks. Yeah, I'm then going to then choose that. Otherwise, just leave my cell blank, like so. I'll hit return, and that closes. Now, as far as getting the weekday, so I want this to show Monday to Friday, I am going to use the weekday function first of all. So if I go equals a weekday, and let's build this formula up. So again, that's going to be my serial number, and my return type is that Monday is going to be a 1 all the way, 1, 2, 3, all the way through to Sunday, which is a 7. So I'm going to choose that and close bracket. So there you go, it's given me the 1. I'm then going to combine that with the choose function. So based on an index number, it's then going to return my options in my choose function. So if I go choose open bracket, like so, that's my index number, the weekday, and then all I do is let's just type Monday to Sunday in here. And there you go. So let's hit return there. And great, it's returning the Monday. Let me just make this center. I'll make all these center here. Like so. So I'll get the Monday. And again, I'm just going to put another check on here, because if this is blank, I just want this to go blank, otherwise it'll give me an error. So if I just go, if that does not equal a blank, then do that formula. Otherwise, just leave it blank, like so. Now here I want this then to do the dates all the way through. So let's do this like so. So that could be equals if that does not equal blank, then that equals that plus 1. Otherwise, leave it blank. Otherwise, leave it blank, like so. So if it doesn't equal, if it's not blank, then do the calculation. Otherwise, leave it blank. So if I just close that, then I'll copy that down all the way down to the bottom. I should be able to copy this all the way down to the bottom, and there you go. So that's all calculating perfectly. And again, I'm just going to make these a slightly different color to get them to stick out. So let's just, there you go. So I know they're slightly different. Now, as far as the start time, so let's put some start time. So if I go 9:00 and then type AM, it recognises it as a time. So let's do lunch break. Starts at 12 o'clock PM, and then 12:30 we finish, and then we finish work at 5 PM, like so. So now the way we get this to calculate is that first of all I need to find out the total number of now Excel works in 24 hours, so this needs to be a number like I've made it in the formatting here. And if I go equals, I'm going to put an open bracket, that finish time minus the start of the day, like so, and then I want that to minus again open bracket, open bracket, that finish of the break, end of the break, to minus the start of the break, and then close that bracket. And if I wrap this calculation in brackets as well, so at the end of it, close that, and then I want to multiply it by 24 to give me the number of hours, times 24, and there you go. So I've got 7.5 hours worked, and you see this is all picking up here as well. Wonderful. Now I only want it to calculate if all these have been populated, so let's just put again an if statement. So if I go if, and I'm going to use the and statement, so remember all the statements in an and statement have to be true. So if this does not equal blank, and if this does not equal a blank cell, and this does not equal a blank cell, and then finally the finish time doesn't equal a blank cell, and then close that bracket. If that's true, then do the calculation, otherwise just do 0, like so. Now if somebody goes in here and types Bob by accident, it's going to give me an error, and I don't want that to happen. So then what I'm going to do is put an error check on. So I'm going to type if error. So if there's an error, I'm just going to say put it to 0 as well, hit return. So now if I type Bob, it just puts it to 0 there. So if I go Control Z, so that now works. So I can now copy this formula all the way down like so. And again, if I copied these times, assume they do the same hours every day, there you go, it's calculating the time. Now just as an added bonus here is this date here, I want to be able to update this with a date picker. So so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, on the home ribbon, this is Office 365, I'm going to do add-ins. If you don't have it, then you need to get the developer ribbon up showing. So again, developer ribbon, you can do add-ins also. So from the home ribbon, if I click add-in, do get add-in on the store, do a search for mini calendar and hit return. There's my mini calendar, and just click add and then click continue, and it's now there fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this type using this icon here. So it's from Monday to Sunday. I'm going to make it smaller. Then on the format ribbon, I'm going to make this, so this here, this picture's 4.5 height, I want to make it 4.4. So if I go to this and make it around the same, I'll do, and make it thinner. Just get rid of this here as well, don't need it. Happy with that, let's put that there, like so. Right, I'm happy with that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this slightly, so now with this here, if I select this cell, I can then change the starting date. Because it's something already in there, it's going to say, do you want to overwrite? I'm going to go yes. It then changes the date, and I can scroll through this date picker like so, and this all updates accordingly. So my final thing I'm going to do here is I am going to make that thinner. Got that as thinner. I'm going to make this thinner as well. And then I'm going to select this column. In fact, what I'm going to do, because I don't want them to be able to change any of this stuff, so I'm going to select the whole of the sheet, right click on it, do format cells, and on the protection just make it locked and hidden and do OK. I'm then going to select a single cell, so this cell here, because I want them to change it, I'm going to right click on it, do format cells, and again take the locked off and hidden off so they can amend it. I want them to be able to change the hourly rate, so I'm going to change that, format that cell so it's not locked and it's not hidden. And then on the date, I want them to be able to change that, so again right click on that, format the cell, make sure that's not locked or hidden. And then finally, where I want them to be able to enter their times in, I'm going to right click on that, format the cells, make sure they're not locked or hidden, and everything else should be calculated. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my view and I'm going to take off the grid lines like so. I am going to select this column, hold down my shift and control key, and then press the right arrow to select everything to the right. And I'm going to right click on the top there and hide those columns. And then on this row here, I'm going to hold the shift and control key and the down arrow key on my keyboard, and again select everything below that, and I'm going to right click on it and hide. And then I'm going to make this a little bit bigger like so. There we go. So I'll move that to 160%. And then on my headings, I'm going to get rid of that so that looks a bit better. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select this here, and I'm going to go to my page layout and I'm going to set my print area. My orientation is going to be landscape, like so. And then what I'm going to do is on the print titles, I'm going to go header and footer, select my custom footer. On the left section, I'm going to type source, so we know where this has come from file-wise. So I'm going to do source, colon, and then space, and then select this Excel icon, which will print the file name. And on the right-hand side, I'm going to type printed, space, then select the date, then press the space again, and select the time. And when I click OK and do a print preview, you can now see there is our weekly timesheet, and we can see the source file and we can see the date that it was printed. So the final touch is to protect the sheet. So if I go to the review ribbon, do protect, and let's make sure that people can't select anything that's not a calculated column. But before I do that, I'm going to right click on this object, format, and I'm going to go to size and properties. And on the size and properties, under the properties, I'm going to say it's not locked, otherwise they won't be able to change the date once I protect this sheet. So there you go. And I'm going to protect the sheet and make sure that you can't select anything that is protected, and click OK. So now we can't change these, can't select them, but I can do select the one field here. You notice now I've cleared that out, it's deleted all this. If I get rid of these, it's deleted. Wonderful. So if I go here, select this cell and then choose a date, so let's go to January 8th, and there you go. And also what you can do is you can use the time function on there. So if you're doing it real time, you can literally say, right, I'm starting work now, by hitting that. Select the cell. So this date picker will interact with whichever cell you have got selected. Again, if I delete that, like so. There you go. There is a timesheet, a weekly timesheet that's simple, easy to do, with a date picker. Hope you found that useful. And if you did find this useful, then please remember to subscribe, press the like and smash that bell icon to get more videos, and it would really help support this channel so I can do more video content like this. I've got loads more to bring to you based on over 30 years experience on the job. So again, I wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas and an even greater New Year, and I'm sending lots of love to everybody, and I really hope these videos help. Bye bye now.